What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to the Gonzo Sports Room. I'm Chris. He's Steve. Before we get started, let's give a shout out to our boy Matt. Got engaged today. Why she said yes, I don't know, but she did.
Shout out MTG 600.
How's it going, Steve?
It's going pretty good, man. Not too bad. March Madness season, so
Oh yeah,
it's a good time.
Today's a busy day in sports with the announcement of the March Madness bracket and everything.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm excited.
We're going to dive into that a lot this episode. But before we get to that, I wanted to talk about Levert's debut with the Pacers last night. What'd you think?
I thought he looked good, man. For a first game back, I thought he looked great, man. I mean, he was finding his shots. You could tell it took him a little bit to get into his rhythm, but once he found his rhythm, he was finding his openings and he was knocking down shots, man. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to the Pacers season now because things were getting ugly there for a while, but I feel like Levert gives him new life.
Yeah, and I think he had 13 points in his first game. I think that's good because he hasn't been playing with these guys. You know what I mean? I think he's been practicing a little bit, but practice and game on the court game time is a lot different than being at practice.
Totally different thing.
Plus the coach has to get used to how to get him into the game without messing up anybody else's rhythm. Find out who the best combinations are to have on the court at the same time.
And he's learning a whole new playbook. And he looked like, to me it looked like you can definitely tell that they've been practicing together and like they kind of already had a little chemistry, I felt like. I mean, I know it's early and everything, but they look good together. I think he's going to be a big part of this Pacers team for now and in the future.
Oh, I do too. I thought he looked comfortable out there. It'd be nice to get Warren back. We get Warren back on this team. I think we're gonna be tough.
We're one of the deepest teams in the East, and I truly believe like we're one of the teams that could challenge Brooklyn.
Like last night, Sabonis had like 23.
Triple
double. Brogdon had 27. McDermott had 25. Then you had Levert with 13. Justin Holiday had 10. So right there's 5 players in double figures.
Double digits, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's I think there was somebody else that was in double digits too. I can't remember off the top of my head now.
Yeah, me either. But McDermott, man, he's been looking tough.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, man.
McDermott been doing his thing.
I like how he's attacking the rim.
He's so long, man. He gets over the...
Everybody's looking for him to shoot that three, so they overplay it. And, dude, he just slashes straight to the rim. And
right
he's getting so many dunks and layups that way. And he's still hitting his three-point shots. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. But if they overplay him, he's cutting to the rim hard.
I'm really happy with how McDermott's playing, how he's turned out to be. Like, he's opened up his game a lot.
Him and Sabonis work good together in that pick and roll, too.
I know it. McDermott, I feel like in today's NBA, you got to have a McDermott on your team to go far.
Then also today, we had the final round of the Players' Championship at TPC Sawgrass. JT, Justin Thomas, ended up winning by one shot over Westwood.
I got one thing to say about that. He's lucky Tiger wasn't playing. No, I'm just playing. Nah, he played good, obviously. I mean, he came out with the win. I heard he had a pretty big last day to come back. And
he had a real solid day today. And Lee Westwood and DeChambeau, they were the last group. Westwood was leader going into the day. He had like a 2 or 3 shot lead going in the day. And them two just struggled from the get-go. And but don't get me wrong, Westwood battled through the day, and he ended up finishing 13 under, so he ended up shooting even for the day because that's what he started out was 13 under. So
that's not a terrible day, but ain't going to win it.
If he could have shot 2 under for the day, he wins the tournament. Or one under ties Thomas, and they go to the playoff. DeChambeau, I got to show you. I meant to show you this video when you got here, dude. This dude hit a drive. I'm telling you, it didn't get more than fucking like 6 foot off the ground. And it maybe went maybe 100 yards, if that.
Looked like some shit we do.
Yeah, it looked like a miss hit we would do off the tee. And it was a tee shot. It hit like this side of the ground and flopped down into the water. And then his next shot he hit.
And screwed his
next shot he hit after that. he hits another shot from the penalty area or whatever, and it goes all the way to the right, hits the fucking golf cart path, hits it, goes. He's in some fucking like under a tree somewhere, hits it, goes to the other side of the fucking green, ends up getting a double bogey on the hole.
So pretty much what you're saying is he choked.
But then he battled. But then he battled back, and he ended up. I mean, he was right there. He was just a couple shots out, but it was him and Westwood couldn't get in the rhythm that they were in yesterday.
I was hoping DeChambeau would win, but like I said, I don't like that dude because one time I bet him to make the cut, he can't even make the damn cut. And then he wins a tournament like the next week. Then this week he's in the running to win the tournament. I'm like, damn, DeChambeau, come on, man.
He smashes it. He swings so fucking hard.
It's like Happy Gilmore. He just got that advantage like that. If he can,
when he hits it straight, he's a lot of trouble. When he's driving the ball good, he's a lot of trouble because his wedge game is pretty good.
Yeah, it's all about the short game.
And he's 30, 40 yards farther than about everybody.
Right. It's a big advantage, really, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a big advantage to be able to go into the green with the pitching wedge that you loft the ball,
right?
And then using a long iron where it's more of a, you're not going to get as soft of a landing. You can't put as much spin on it. Yep. It's a big advantage. That's what hell back in the day. That's how Tiger was when Tiger first came. He outdrove everybody and then his wedge game was fucking unbelievable. So
right. He had both.
Yeah.
He had the short game and the long game.
And that's why he's still able to compete now, even though a lot of these guys outdrive him. But his wedge game, man, is just.
I hope Tiger comes back.
I hope he comes back.
I hope he comes back, man. That's just
first of all, I hope he recovers
right.
where he can walk and be able to enjoy life with his kids and everything. But I'd love to see him play golf again. It'd be.
Yeah. It just sucks, man. It sucks that had to happen to him, man.
Then also today, Drew Brees officially retired from the NFL after 20 seasons, 15 of them with the Saints.
I can't believe he finally. I mean,
leads the NFL.
I knew he was going to retire.
Leads the NFL in all kinds of statistical categories and stuff. Of course, he got the one Super Bowl where they beat the fucking Colts. I really don't.
He's coming to the Colts, man. That's what I heard. He needs to just retire.
We don't need Drew Brees.
No, he just needs to retire, man. It's good. It's good that he's going to retire and spend time with his family. I mean, he had a hell of a fucking career, dude.
Oh, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
It's his. You know what I mean?
First ballot Hall of Famer, going to be known as one of the best quarterbacks that's played.
And I can't believe he broke like 11. See, he couldn't have broke 11 of his ribs this year and still played. You know what I mean? He was back in like 3 weeks, and I'm like,
oh no, he had a collapsed lung. And his wife said he had some other injuries that didn't even come out.
Yeah, it was time to retire, man. Oh, yeah. He ain't no Tom Brady.
He needs to start eating that avocado ice cream.
Yeah, I know it. Tom Brady's wife got him eating right.
All right, let's dive into this March Madness bracket that just came out.
Hell yeah, man.
What you think about? Well, we got the 4 number 1 seeds. Yeah.
First off, who you got winning the tournament? First off, I just need to know who you got winning the whole thing.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to go through the bracket and break it down a little more.
Break it down for us, Chris.
I'll tell you what. Right now, I'm kind of leaning toward Illinois.
I like Illinois too.
They're looking tough.
They're dogs.
I was really high on Michigan, but they're missing a player.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if he'll be back or not. And that changed a lot. I think it was Levers they were missing or somebody like that. And he's a pretty important part.
Yeah.
He didn't play in their game yesterday either.
Yeah.
But I like Illinois. I like Baylor. Baylor's tough.
I love Baylor.
They're so long on defense. Gonzaga's tough. It's just hard to know what they'll do against some of these other schools because, I mean, they play out west and play a lot of that schedule and don't play. I mean, they don't play the schedule that like Big Ten schools do.
No, they play BYU and shit. Which BYU's a good team, but
speaking of Big Ten schools, real quick, 9 Big Ten teams made it into the NCAA tournament, and Indiana isn't one of them.
Indiana is not one of them.
It's time to get Archie Miller out.
Get him out.
We need to get a coach. We got to get relevant again. We used to be. I mean, Indiana's a basketball state, and
yes,
IU used to be a team that. I mean, we were one of the top teams for a long time. Now, fuck, we can't even make the tournament no more. we couldn't even make one of the play-in games.
No. I think we had the talent, man. You know, I just think it's
man.
I blame coaching, man. I 100% blame coaching because we beat Iowa twice, man. You don't beat Iowa twice with no talent.
Played Florida State pretty tough at the beginning of the season. I mean,
yeah, you don't go into Iowa and beat them.
Yeah,
with just any, and then you beat them again, like.
But then you turn around and lose to Rutgers both times you played. And not that Rutgers is a terrible team, but I mean, if you want to be where IU basketball used to be, was toward the top of the Big Ten, you can't beat the Iowas and then lose to the teams that are down basically where you were at this year.
Right.
Michigan State got a playing game.
I don't know how they got a fucking playing game. In Indiana does. I don't know.
Well, Michigan State had some more quality wins than what Indiana did.
Yeah.
They done better in the Big Ten. Big Ten's to me the toughest basketball conference. Yeah. It's also the toughest wrestling conference in college.
Yep. Everything but fucking pretty much
probably about football right now. Yeah. I don't know about some of the other sports that aren't as big. But in basketball, definitely they're the toughest, and in wrestling too. But
hands down.
Some people don't consider wrestling one of the top sports like we do, but they'll get over it.
Shit,
you're gonna hear a lot. You're gonna hear a lot about wrestling on here next weekend. We'll cover a lot. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna cover all this basketball stuff, but next weekend is the national championships for college wrestling, so we'll be covering a lot of that too.
Hell yeah, got a couple Indiana representatives there, man. Gonna win it.
All right.
Big Lee winning it.
So here, let's start over here on the side of the bracket where Gonzaga is the number 1 seed. You had the 4 number 1 seeds. Gonzaga was the overall number 1 seed. Baylor was the overall number 2 seed, or second number 1 seed overall.
Right.
And then it went Illinois and Michigan. But over here on the Gonzaga side bracket, they'll have a play-in game. Which play-in game do they play the winner of?
Norfolk State and Appalachian State. Okay. That's who Gonzaga will play, the winner of that game.
Appalachian State's pulled off some real big upsets in the past in football.
I know, pretty much based off their football. I don't know
if that's going to carry over to the basketball court.
Right.
But what do you think about that quarter bracket? You got Oklahoma and Missouri in there.
Iowa's in
Creighton.
there.
Virginia. Who else did you say was in that?
Iowa.
Oh yeah, they're not.
They're second seed in that side of the bracket, and I don't know, Virginia, Creighton, Oklahoma, Missouri. That's a pretty Gonzaga's gonna, if Gonzaga beats.
Well, in that top quarter, them 8 teams, who do you see making it to the Sweet 16? I'll say probably Gonzaga.
I think Iowa.
Well, that'd be the other quarter. That'd be the bottom quarter.
Okay. Out of that side.
Out of that quarter, from Gonzaga down to the Ohio game, who do you think would make it to the Sweet 16?
I'm gonna say Gonzaga.
Gonzaga, and I'm gonna say probably Virginia.
So you think Gonzaga versus Virginia in the Sweet 16?
Yeah, from that quarter. Virginia and Creighton could be good, but man, I don't know if Creighton's gonna get by UCSB. Georgetown destroyed Creighton over the weekend.
I know,
but I've seen Creighton look a lot better than that too.
Tough. I think Virginia's gonna beat Creighton. I mean, that's if they get there. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Upsets happen, but I see it being Gonzaga versus Virginia, and Creighton. I mean, their spirit's got to be broke after that ass whooping. So we'll see how it goes. Oklahoma. I mean, Gonzaga's gonna have to play the winner of Oklahoma and Missouri if they win their game.
Actually, in the Sweet 16, we went ahead too far. In the Sweet 16, Gonzaga would play. Oh no, yeah, they'd play probably either Virginia or whatever. We was right there. I went too far down on my bracket. Okay, I'll go down to the west. You have USC, Kansas, Eastern Michigan. Of course, Iowa's the number 2 seed. I think Iowa has a good chance of being in the Sweet 16.
I do too.
I think they got a pretty good draw. And then, man, I don't know about the top there. I mean, Kansas is pretty good, but sometimes they look terrible. I haven't seen a whole lot of USC.
I haven't either. I haven't watched too many of their games. I just know Gonzaga better hope Kansas don't make it there because Kansas got their number.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. I don't know. Iowa, though, I think Iowa's going to make it out of that side of the bracket. That's my pick. But there's a lot of good teams. USC, Kansas, Oregon. Oregon's pretty good, you know?
Yep.
So.
I think that VCU and Oregon game is going to be a good game.
Yeah. That should be a good game. Wichita State or Drake in the playoff game.
Then if we go on down, you have Michigan as the number 1 seed. Tell you what, LSU and St. Bonaventure, that's going to be a good game. But if the winner of that isn't going to be an easy game for Michigan.
No, LSU was looking tough in their tournament, man. LSU was looking real tough in their tournament. So.
And then you have Colorado, a 5 seed, against Georgetown as a 12 seed. And Georgetown looked real good in that Big East tournament. Killed Creighton.
I don't know what the hell.
Patrick Ewing down there at the Madison Square Garden bitching because he got people asking him for his credentials and didn't know who the fuck he was.
Oh, my God.
Then his team wins it, and he's up there cutting the nets down.
Dude.
I love it. I loved it, dude. He looks... And I don't mean this in a bad way, but he looks funny over there on the sideline because most coaches you see are short dudes or whatever, short little dude, because they're usually little white guys that weren't good enough to play at another level, so they became coaches.
Yeah.
And then you got Patrick Ewing over here, 7 foot tall, giant
motherfucker.
But dude, I think he's a real good coach, and his team seems to really connect with him. I mean. Hell, you see his guys coming up and giving him a hug and stuff. And he seems like he's really connecting with the kids. I think he's doing a good job over there. He's getting that program turned back around.
Yeah, I think that could be one of the big upsets of the first games, the first round, because they play Colorado, and I think the way that Georgetown's on fire right now, man, I definitely could see them beating Colorado, and that'd be a 12 seed beating a 5 seed. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be. Any other games on that side or interest you a lot?
Yeah, I like the Michigan State and UCLA have a play-in game, and the winner of that will face BYU. I think that game is going to be a really good game.
If Michigan State wins that play-in game, you think they can beat BYU?
I think they can.
I think they can too. And another thing you got to remember, Michigan State comes out of the Big Ten, so you can't go by their record.
Right.
You got to go by the eye test, because how would BYU done if they were playing in the Big Ten and played that conference schedule all the time? You know what I mean?
Right.
The Big Ten teams whipping on each other.
Yeah. I don't think BYU's record don't look like that if they're in the Big Ten. That's for sure. But BYU, man, they're a good team.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've seen them play, and they're not bad.
If they get hot shooting the 3, they're fucking tough to beat, man. I mean, they were beating Gonzaga the whole game. At one point, they were up 10, 12 points, in the second half, and then Gonzaga did.
Well, Gonzaga can get on a roll, and
dude.
Next thing you know, they're up by 15.
Up by 15, So, but BYU, I mean, they can have their game, but I've also seen them play terrible. So, I think that's a good game. That's going to be one of the better games in that side of the bracket on the first round.
Okay, well, if we go over here where Baylor's at, Baylor plays Hartford. I mean,
that's going to be a close one.
Baylor should win, but there's only been one time in tournament history that a 16 has beat 1.
Right.
So, it can happen.
Yep. And Baylor's got
now the 9-8 games. The 9 seed has won more than what the 8 seed has. 9 seed has won like 54% of the time.
Beat the 8 seed.
Yeah, that's one of them you see where, I mean, it's not a real big upset, but you see a lower seed beat a higher seed.
And Baylor's.
And I'll tell you what, this in the 8-9, speaking of 8-9 game, North Carolina against Wisconsin, I think that's going to be a real good game on Friday.
That's going to be a good one, man. I'm going to take North Carolina, but I could easily see Wisconsin winning that game. It's going to be I think it's going to be to the wire.
You got Villanova and Winthrop.
Winthrop.
Yeah, Winthrop. I don't know much about them.
I don't either.
Going to-
23-1.
Yeah,
but who knows who they play? You know.
The game that interests me, and of course, from Indiana, so it's going to interest me, even though I'm a IU fan. But is this Purdue against North Texas game?
Purdue better win.
Oh, I hope they do. You can't.
North Texas is good though.
Yeah, you don't.
North Texas is pretty good, but I think Purdue should win. They should win, but North Texas isn't a bad team at all.
Well, that's just like the next game on there, Texas Tech against Utah State. Texas Tech better not sleep on Utah State.
No,
they're good. They
Yeah.
play good defense. I think that's going to be a heck of a game. I think that's going to be a defensive battle because both teams are real good defensive teams.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, man. That one will probably come down to the wire. What else we got in here? Ohio State plays Oral Roberts. I don't know too much about them.
Florida against Virginia Tech. I think that's going to
be a good one.
I think that'll be a good game.
That'll be a good game. Arkansas plays Colgate.
Yeah, if I remember right, like Colgate only has like one loss or something like that too.
Yeah.
And that was a game that Clark Kellogg, that's who it was. Clark Kellogg on the CBS broadcast when they were announcing the brackets. That was a game he said is going to be a fun one to watch. He said they were going to be on roller skates. He said it's going to be high tempo. He said it'll be a fun game to watch. And he said don't count. He didn't say Colgate would win. He said but don't count them out. He thinks it'll be a good game. I guess both them teams like to run. I guess that's going. Yeah, he acted like it'd be a pretty good fun game to watch.
Well, Arkansas and Colgate.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, you never know, man. You never know. Now they're 14-1.
He did. That was his quote. He said they're going to be on skates.
On skates.
He said they're going to be going back. So I mean, he expects for it to be a high pace run and gun game.
Hell yeah, I'm excited, man. A lot of good games, man.
Oh yeah, I love March Madness.
Hell yeah.
Sucks that it's not starting until Friday this year instead of being the normal where it usually starts like on. I think usually the play-in games are like on Wednesday and then you start playing on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then this year they're playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then they're off all the way till Saturday.
Yeah. That's the times we're living in. You know, everything's different now. Yeah. Shit.
And maybe one of these days we'll get back where we can have some full stadiums for these again.
I know.
That changes the game,
man.
dude. That changes the game.
Especially in basketball.
Yeah, man.
It's a world of difference.
The players feed off the fans. I mean, it's just, and it makes it a lot better to watch on TV and stuff too. Like they today at that going back to the player championship for the golf, they had fans there, dude. It made it so much better watching that than what I had been watching golf the last couple months with no fans.
Where was it at?
Florida.
Oh shit! No wonder. Hey,
Yeah,
Florida, come on in.
Now they limited some fans because you could tell it wasn't as many as normal, but there was still a pretty big crowd around. Especially Justin Thomas, he had a pretty big gallery following him all day.
Yeah,
and I mean, it was cool. He hit a putt. He hits his putt, dude. It's a long one. I don't know. I think it was about 15, 20 feet. He hits it. He's watching it, getting ready to go in, and it gets about that far, getting ready to go, and he goes. Swings his club in the air like that. He gives a fist pump.
Oh, shit.
Crowd's going crazy.
Crowd's going fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah,
ain't they?
dude. I was like, okay.
That's what I like to see, man.
It felt more normal.
Felt like the normal, dude.
Because when Tiger Woods would be coming up to the 18th green, man, that one, what was a couple of years ago when he won the Masters.
I couldn't imagine.
Dude, the whole fairway behind him filled up with people following him.
Like a stampede of people fucking following him.
It's amazing to watch. It's crazy.
It is. It makes the world of a difference, man, when you're watching a game or something. To have fans there cheering and shit.
I do like that Baylor team, man. They impressed me a couple times. I've seen them play.
Baylor's tough, man.
They're long on defense. They can score. I'll tell you another team, we better not overlook is which we hadn't even got down there. We'll move down to that side of the bracket. Is you got Illinois playing Drexel, but it's West Virginia.
West Virginia?
Yeah, they're a tough team. They just barely lost to Baylor last week.
Yeah, West Virginia is a good team. They're a team you definitely don't want to sleep on. And
they'll play now San Diego State's a pretty good team. They play Syracuse.
San Diego State's pretty good.
I'm interested in the Rutgers and Clemson game. I think that's going to be a good 7-10 game. Tell you what, Ron Harper Jr. has been fucking balling.
Yeah.
And then they also got that, I can't think of his name now. The other player on Rutgers, he's good too. Yeah. Oh, Geo Baker.
Okay.
They got Geo Baker and they got that Ron Harper Jr.
Rutgers is a good team. I could definitely see them beating Clemson. Clemson's good though. West Virginia plays Morehead State. Morehead State isn't too bad.
I haven't seen this Houston team play a lot. Are they legit?
They're good. Don't get me wrong. Houston is really good, but I don't think personally. I don't think they're second seed good, but they've earned it. And I mean, they got to play Cleveland State, and Cleveland State isn't too bad. But I think Houston will beat Cleveland State, and then they'll have to play the winner of Rutgers and Clemson. So then we'll really see how good they are. You know, when that game, we'll get a good feel for how good they really are. Because I'm not bought in at Houston at all. I'm not bought in. I'm not. They're not making it very far, if you ask me. But they could prove me wrong.
I think Illinois has a real good shot at coming out that side.
I like their side of the bracket, dude.
I don't really think though. I think they have a real good shot at being in the Final Four.
I do too, man. As I'm looking at their side of the bracket,
or at least the Elite Eight, and go from there. But I think they can make the Final Four. You get down to the Elite Eight, you're gonna have Baylor. Baylor's gonna be, you know what I mean. That's when you're gonna start getting to some of them teams.
Illinois is one of my favorites to win the whole tournament. Those dudes on Illinois are some fucking dogs, man. They play hard, man. So, I don't know. If they make it to the Final Four, they'll probably have to play Baylor. But
so on Thursday night, we get the playing games. Well, I don't know if it's at night. I shouldn't say it. On Thursday, I haven't seen a release yet with times or where they're playing at. We just know or like what facilities they're at. But for these playing games, any of these catch your eye? Which you did mention Michigan State, UCLA. I think that's going to be a good one on Thursday.
That'll be a good one. That game's a toss-up.
The Wichita State and Drake game, I think is going to be good.
That's going to be a good game.
Drake's not bad. No. Neither is Wichita State either, but I don't know much about Mount St. Mary's or Texas Southern.
I think Mount St. Mary's, they're a pretty good team. I think that they'll win that one, but Texas Southern, I mean, you're playing for position in the tournament, so it's like these teams are coming out and giving it their all. So I think they're all.
Oh yeah, now it's win or go home.
Right, like it's just not a regular game, so it's hard to. But I'm gonna say,
and some of these games they're allowing limited fans, and some of these teams haven't played in front of fans all year.
All year.
Some of them have had limited fans, but some of them haven't allowed any fans. So, and I forget how many fans they're letting in for each game, but they're letting some in.
That's why it's good this thing's in Indiana, because
I know, like at the Big Ten tournament over the weekend, I think they let like that one game and said there was like 2,000 or 3,000 fans there, and you could tell. I mean, you could.
Oh yeah.
You could tell the difference. You could hear them. No, don't get me wrong. It ain't like normal when you have 30,000 people in there.
But it's something. It's something to work with and
hopefully,
give you momentum.
Hopefully one day soon we get back to that where I don't know. Do I miss going to? I'm ready to go to a ball game or something. I ain't been to nothing. Concerts. I love watching live music.
We'd go to a Pacer game probably. I don't know how many seats they're giving out for Pacer games, but
yeah, they have. I forget how. Yeah, they have limited fans, but I can't remember how many they're up to now.
Yeah, I'd like to go to a game though, man.
Go down to Texas, and we can go to a game. They're open.
Yeah, Texas is open.
They're fully open. We can go down there.
Texas is fucking open, dude. That's why maybe
we have some family down there. We can find a place to stay.
Hell yeah. Go watch fucking games in Texas where you can have full fucking stadium. But hey, that's a good thing for our Indiana teams, you know. Shit, well, maybe when Purdue plays, they'll have all Purdue fans up in that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, like Purdue. Well, is Purdue the only Indiana team that's in the tournament?
Yeah, I think so. I was just thinking of that. I think.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah. Because Butler didn't make it. Fucking Indiana, IU didn't make it. Notre Dame didn't make it. So
Valpo didn't make it.
Nope.
Ball State didn't make it.
Ball State, man.
I can't believe Ball State didn't make it.
I know.
But here's the thing, which I knew they wasn't going to make it, because the only way you're going to make it out of the MAC is if you win your MAC tournament. And Ball State got beaten overtime by the number 1 seed.
Who won it? Ohio?
Yes.
Ohio?
Yeah.
I can't believe Ohio won it.
Yeah. Ball State's well, I shouldn't say that because Ohio's still playing, but to me, Ball State was a better team.
Yeah.
What hurt Ball State is over half the season, they were missing like 3 or 4 of their best players on injuries and shit. It wasn't until toward the end of the season that they got everybody back.
Yeah.
I think they could have had a good shot of winning, a chance to win the MAC if they would have been healthy the whole year.
We beat the number 1 and number 2 team during the season.
Well, we beat Toledo and then played them again and lost to them in overtime.
In the tournament.
Yeah.
Damn. What if Ball State made it to this fucking tournament? IU
we were 1-1 against Toledo during the season, and then they beat us in overtime and a bullshit foul call.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Dude's driving, his feet slide out from under him, he's falling, and they blow the whistle. Ball State guy never even touched him. I mean,
welcome to basketball.
Come on.
Welcome to fucking basketball. Story of my life.
I was like, are you serious?
The refs in basketball are fucking terrible, dude.
It
is terrible right now.
They can take over a game, man.
And they try to.
And I don't know how you can fix it, because you gotta have refs, and you're all, you know what I mean? And there's so much gray area in basketball. It's all judgmental. Did he hit the hand? Did he hit the wrist? Did he get all?
And things happen so quick that most of the time they don't see.
Yeah, they're moving so fast, and if they see a player go like this a little bit, they call it, and that's just a player.
And when it's
that's a player flopping a little bit to try to get the call, and they didn't get touched.
And when it's down to the wire, and a team that is losing needs a foul call, they're gonna fucking get it because the refs love.
Well, they're so inconsistent.
Oh my god!
You'll see games where they won't call fouls at all at the end of the games. When you're thinking, you'll see a guy get hammered going for a layup or something, they won't call no fouls. But then it goes to the other extreme, where they call every little tic-tac foul at the end of the game, where during the rest of the game they were letting them play.
I know it.
You shouldn't call the last minute of a game different than you called the first 39 minutes of the game in a college game. You know what I mean? Or even in the NBA.
I think these refs have money on the games or some shit, because this shit is ridiculous, bro.
If the game starts and after the first 4 minutes of the game it's being called where they're letting them play physical and they're not calling tic-tac fouls, that shouldn't change in the last minute of the game.
No, not when the ref has an ego and he wants to take over the game.
That's all I ask. Call it the same the whole game. Don't change the way you call it when it gets down to the last minute.
Yep.
And you see that in a lot of sports.
Oh, dude, every fucking sport. Because like the refs, that's why I'm not a big fan of the human aspect of reffing games, because humans have egos. But
how else are you going to do a basketball game?
I know, right? I mean,
you have to, you know what I mean? You have to have refs.
If you wanted to do it perfectly.
Because if you try to go where players call their own fouls, then
God. Well, there ain't no way we could do that.
It would actually be kind of awesome, because there'd be fights and all that shit. But, there'd be so many fouls called every time somebody missed a shot. Oh, I got ball. Be back here. Ball.
Foul.
What do you touch you? Yeah, you fucking dick.
We need to win this game, foul.
Let's go to the replay.
See, replay.
Everybody be over at the booth. Be all 10 players over here. What do you think? It was a fucking foul. No, it wasn't.
Dude. That's the thing.
You know what I mean? There's no
other way to do it. And maybe they should pay the refs more or something. I don't fucking know, because these fucking refs, man. It's terrible. Terrible. They have money on the games. That's what I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure how a lot of that shit works.
Fucking Clippers are up. Or Clippers are losing by 12. What'd I say earlier? Clippers are fucking losing by 12. I told you, bro. I told you. Clippers are terrible.
I haven't watched. I watched the Pacers and other now. I don't watch a whole lot of NBA until it gets to the playoffs.
I'm ready for
because
playoffs.
Half the time you don't know who's going, what all players are going to play in the game, and if they do play in the game, you don't even know if they're going to be fucking.
Kawhi probably ain't playing.
If they're going to fucking put out effort or not. That's why I like to. Now, don't get me wrong, NBA playoffs are fun as hell to watch because I mean, then you're seeing the best players in the world go at it.
Yeah. But
in the regular season, hell, and it's the players' fault. Well, partly the players' fault that I think that the ratings are going down is because of that. The players have basically said the regular season don't mean that.
Don't mean shit.
So me as a fan, why should I care about the regular season?
I know, I get it.
You know what I mean? The players don't. So why so if they're not into it, it's hard for me to get into it. You know what I mean? Now the playoffs, everybody's going at it because winner go home and you're trying to win a championship. It's fun to watch and I get into it. But regular season, it's just once they started sitting out all these games, they basically made it known that they don't care about the regular season.
No, they don't give a fuck. Most players don't. There's a few that you can tell do, but most players, like LeBron, he plays every damn game because he cares.
Well, a few years ago he did.
Yeah,
now he's doing it. I think he's doing it. I think he's doing it kind of to try to prove a point,
build a case.
But you know, what I mean, he used to do that load management stuff, but now he ain't. Hey, I'll give him his
not
credit.
Not as bad as some of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, no,
these motherfuckers.
But you know what I'm saying. But now, no, he don't. He's playing all the time now.
He ain't no Kawhi Leonard. I bet if I look right now, Kawhi ain't playing. That's why the Clippers are down 10 to the fucking Pelicans.
Did the Clippers play last night?
Nope.
They didn't play last night? Well, he's probably playing then.
I don't know, man.
I thought he usually just sit out like the back-to-backs.
No.
He's sitting out more than that
He sits
now?
out every fucking game. Dude, every time I watch the Clippers, he ain't playing. I don't know. I'd have to look exactly how many games he hasn't played and shit, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
I know last year he was sitting out like every back-to-back. He would only play one of the games. You know what I mean? He wouldn't play the back-to-back. If he played the first game of the back-to-back, he was missing the next one.
That's why the Clippers got their ass whooped in the playoffs last year.
My thing is, I don't know, man. I don't know. We grew up as wrestlers and this stuff. You didn't sit out.
You didn't sit out. What the fuck is this shit?
I mean, every game, well, in wrestling it's a meet, but even hell, when we played baseball and stuff, every game you want to fucking win. You know,
yeah. Where's this non-competitive shit from?
I don't think I'm gonna play tonight. I might play tomorrow if I feel like it.
If I feel like it, I might. I'm thinking about it. I might show up to the game.
But also, dude, when you think about it, hell, when you're making fucking $40 million a year or whatever, I don't feel like playing tonight.
My knee kind of hurts today, Coach. My knee hurts a little bit. But I mean, if you're getting paid that much money, your ass better be playing every fucking game. It's like people that work a regular 9 to 5, like they can't just fucking call. My knee's hurting a little bit today, and they're not even making a fraction of the fucking money that these dudes are making to play a fucking game. It's crazy, man. It's fucking. I hate that about the NBA these days. I can't stand it. These dudes need fucking commissioner or somebody needs to come out and be like, look, you're gonna fucking play or you're fucking not gonna play in the NBA. You can go to fucking CBA and play in China, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. You know the NBA is like this with China, so send your ass to China.
I don't know. I think a lot of players can make pretty good money over there playing.
Oh yeah. And if you put like Kawhi Leonard in the CBA, he would average 80 points a game. He would average 90 points a game probably. You should watch some of this fucking CBA games, dude. You want to talk about terrible? It's like me and you could probably go over there and fucking hoop up on them dudes. Some of them, there's like one or two dudes on each team that can do something. And then the rest are just like me and you, dude.
I remember the other day you were saying that them games are...
They're not good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Georgia Tech is a 9 seed and Clemson is a 7 seed. People are complaining about the seeds now.
What are they complaining about?
Some of the seeds where they think people should be seeded higher than what they were, and now there's always.
Which one did they say?
This one's Georgia Tech and Clemson. I guess they think Georgia Tech should be a higher seed than Clemson.
I don't know. I do think Georgia Tech's going to win their first game against Loyola Chicago. But they're pretty good. They are pretty good. I've watched a couple of their games.
Who?
Chicago.
Yeah, I didn't know how good they were this year.
They're pretty good.
Dude, this daylight savings time crap sucks.
I know. It threw me off today, dude. I was like, I woke up today and my fucking clock in my room said, whatever time it was. And then I looked on my phone and it said an hour earlier. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't know it was today. Fucking threw me off. But shit, I kind of like it. Fucking be 7 o'clock and be light out still. It's kind of fucking nice. Instead of being like 5:30 and dark.
Yeah, but once you get used to it, it ain't bad.
Yeah.
Like now it's 9:47. It's usually 8:47. You know what I mean?
Yesterday it'd have been 8:47.
We were me and Amanda was sitting there watching a movie last night, and it was like 1:58. I told her, "So watch." She said, "Watch." I said, it's going to hit 2 o'clock and it's going to turn to 3. She said, "What?" I said, "The time changes. Like I think it's like around 2 or something is when it does it."
I remember when we used to go to the bar all the time and shit.
If you went the other in the fall when it falls back,
yeah, dude, we'd have an extra hour. That was like our favorite day. We'd be at the bar every time, like fucking get an extra hour.
It would hit 2 o'clock and then it'd be ready to get, and then go back an hour. It's like, it's 1 o'clock again. Hell yeah, let's go.
Got another hour.
Get the extra hour.
Hell yeah.
And I think like last night, I think a lot of the bars stay open a little bit later.
Yeah,
since
I think
the time
they usually
changes
stay
like
open
that.
until 4.
I think so.
You get the same amount of time. It's just 4 o'clock whenever the bar closes.
I don't even know I ain't been to a bar for so long. I couldn't tell you I don't even know if anybody's going to bars anymore with all this COVID shit going on. I ain't been one.
I haven't been to the bar in fucking.
We went over
at least a year.
We went over to the brewery last night and got a pizza. Ooh. Shout out to the Guardian.
Hell yeah. Shout out Guardian, man.
But yeah, we went over there, got a pizza and drank a couple beers and then came back home. But they wasn't busy.
Yeah.
Now the guy said they were real busy on Friday night, but we got there about I don't know 9:30 last night or something, and wasn't hardly nobody in there.
Yeah.
Might have been 10 or 11 people in there.
I think the bar still has its.
But
nice.
the way he talked Friday night, they were real busy.
They were packed. Hell yeah. I ain't never been to the Guardian.
Yeah, I like it over there. It's nice laid back.
I need to go. I've been wanting to go. I just never been. Nobody ever goes to, like Matt fucking getting married and shit.
We'll go over there and I'll kick your ass in some foosball.
Shit. Nah, you probably would. I don't know. You probably.
I don't know, dude. I don't know how good I could spin this shit right now with my nerve and muscle shit going on. But they have a pool table, have a foosball table.
I could take you to school on some.
They used to have they used to have one of them old the little Super Nintendos had a bunch of games on them.
Oh, did
they? Used to have one of those over there. I used to go over there and I'd sit there and play that. So
drink some beer, and fucking play the Super Nintendo.
Playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
I used to play that game so much. I used to play Punch Out when I was a kid, dude. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, the game's so funny. You're like this big. And everybody you fight's like
you're fighting this big ass motherfucker.
You're jumping up to hit him and shit.
You're fighting that. I remember you always had to fight that big ball. He was like one of the bosses you had to fight. He had like a bald head and he was real big.
His name was something Bull or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then you had to fight like the like the dude with like the slick hair, hair slicked back and shit, like looked like he was like
fought,
from Australia or some shit.
He fought Glass Joe.
Glass Joe. That game was the shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
I like playing the Super Nintendo when I get a chance. Still to this day.
Dude, I'll do. Well, back when I was growing up, it was Nintendo, and that's what that game first came out on, dude. And
Yep.
It's crazy because I remember when I was younger, everybody thought the Nintendo was the greatest shit in the world.
Greatest shit ever.
You look at the graphics and shit on these games now, it makes them game systems back then look terrible.
Yep. It's like the
But the only thing is the game systems, the graphics, and the processors and all that shit's got better. But I think game wise, a lot of the older games are better than a lot of these newer games that they come out with.
That's the thing is fucking it's all about the graphics and shit now instead of like the detail. So you got to really look hard to find like a good great game to just to play like a story game or something,
like now
RPG.
Like now they don't even really make no games like Mario and stuff like that anymore.
And the Mario games they do make is like
the old Mario
crazy.
games were the shit.
Yeah.
And then like I'm sure I don't know if you played them or not, but remember Mega Man?
I played a little bit of Mega Man.
Mega Man on Sega used to be the shit, dude.
Yeah, I played that some.
You don't see games like that, like Contra. There's a lot of games like that were cool as fuck.
They still have good games out there.
No, there's still some good games. Don't get me wrong.
Just gotta find them. They're harder to find because there's so many games being put out now.
I'm terrible at the shooting games that they come out with now.
I know we have Chris playing Fortnite sometimes and shit. It's funny as hell. Play a little Fortnite. You need to get Call of Duty, man.
I can play the sports games now. You get me on a sports game, I'm all right. But
we're gonna have a Madden tournament on here live one time.
I can't play that fucking. I'll play it with you guys, but I'm terrible at it.
I know it. Hey, it's fun though. I mean, when me and Austin
if I played it more, I'd get used to it.
It takes Fortnite's a game where you got to put years of fucking time into it to be decent at it. You know, it's just one of those games like that. But Call of Duty though, it's a lot. I think you would like Call of Duty more.
I like playing golf and Madden. I'm ready for a good baseball game. I'm ready for baseball season. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pumped up for some baseball season.
I am too, man.
Got my Reds gear on. I'm ready.
Chris ready to see the Reds fucking go to the fucking
shit, dude. I wish if they just made the playoffs, I'd be so fucking happy.
Yeah, they should have fucking beat Atlanta last year. Dude, they should have beat Atlanta, bro.
Yeah, your pitchers fucking pitched their ass off, and we couldn't score no goddamn runs.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened.
We still got
everybody was swinging for the fence.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We lost Bauer, and Bauer was tough. But we still have a pretty good pitching staff.
Yeah. Yeah, still got a pretty good. I heard when it's like supposed to be like the 6th rank or something like that. I think Matt said they were like 6th best, predicted to be 6th best or something like that. I can't remember what Matt said. It was something like that though. Maybe it was 7.
I think they're gonna finally bring that Hunter Green up, and he's throwing like 103.
Holy fuck. Holy shit. I don't know if I want to hit that. I wouldn't stay. I wouldn't even get in the box. You die, you get hit with a fucking fastball from that motherfucker. God.
It's like Chapman.
Yeah.
And he was so tall, dude, when the ball came out of his hand. Fuck, dude, it was like probably, instead of 60 feet, it was probably close to 55 feet from you. You know what I mean?
You got to be swinging.
Because he had them long-ass arms.
You had an instant to predict.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy, especially when these guys got the sliders and shit they do, and it all looks the same, and you got like maybe a half second to a second to decide if it's a strike or a ball.
Right. You got to pretty much commit that you're swinging before the fucking ball. Wait, you just got to swing. Someone throwing that hard, dude. Hell yeah.
Okay, which Big Ten team do you think is gonna make it the furthest? I'm going to go with Illinois. You have Iowa. You have Michigan. Michigan's the number 1 seed. Iowa's the number 2 seed. Illinois is the number 1 seed.
We got
Ohio
2 number 1 seeds, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Ohio State's a 2 seed from the Big Ten. Iowa's a 2 seed from the Big Ten.
I like Illinois because one, I like Illinois anyways. Like I think they have potential to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I think their side of the bracket.
They're hot right now too, man.
They're hot. and I think they got the best side of the bracket. Like their side I mean, every side's fucking got great teams in it, but I think Illinois side, I don't really see anybody in their side that I think can beat them.
I think Iowa can make a run.
I do too.
Michigan can. I hope Michigan. I'd like to know if they're gonna get that player back because that's gonna make a difference too.
That make a world of difference. Michigan, man. I'm
an IU fan, but so I'd just be happy if one of the Big Ten teams might win it. You know what I mean? Just because it's Big Ten. Yeah. And I like the Big Ten conference, but it'd be better if IU was in the tournament.
I think Iowa and Illinois has the best chance to go on a run. Michigan, I'm just not sold on Michigan. I think they're gonna have their hands full if they play LSU in the second round. I think they're gonna have their fucking hands full with LSU. LSU looked tough in their tournament, man. And I don't know if Michigan should beat them, but I don't know if they can. And then, you got Florida State over there, Georgetown, BYU, Alabama, Texas.
Alabama can look tough, but then they can. That's what I'm saying. Gonzaga, I think they're going to have a tough game with Oklahoma or Missouri.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Especially Oklahoma. Oklahoma, they're pretty good.
Both of those teams have potential to get hot.
Oklahoma burnt me twice this year. I took Alabama against Oklahoma twice, and both times Oklahoma
fucked you?
Yes.
Damn it. Damn.
Hey, Wisconsin's another team. I'm not saying they can make it to win it, but they could go on a little bit of a run if they get hot shooting the ball.
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna.
I'm looking forward to that first game with them in North Carolina.
Yeah, that's one of the best first round matchups to me. Is North Carolina versus Wisconsin.
Purdue, I think could maybe win a game or two.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think so too. I mean, they play North Texas first. I think they could win that game. Then they'll play the winner of Winthrop and Villanova.
Yeah.
And
that'd be a good game.
Yeah. I think they could definitely beat both. Ohio
State's another sneaky team down there too. They're starting to play better the last couple weeks. They look pretty good.
Looking at their draw, man, they got a chance to make it far. And I mean, you make it out there and you play Baylor or Wisconsin, North Carolina. I mean, you make it out there, anything's possible.
Oh yeah.
You make it out. You make it that far.
I mean, nobody expected Butler to make it to the championship game 2 years in a row. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
They were so close to winning one of those too.
Damn, they should have brought it home to Indiana, where the trophy belongs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Butler just what? Maybe an hour from us, right there. It's in Indianapolis, so yeah, 45 minutes to an hour from us.
Hell yeah. Check it out. See if there's any other games that stand out to me.
I don't know. I don't think. Like I said, that Texas Tech Utah State game.
Oregon and VCU should be a pretty good game. Hell yeah, dude. I like this bracket. I'm excited. UCLA, Michigan State play-in game.
Ready for Thursday to get here for the play-in games, and Friday the tournament, and then we also have the wrestling NCAA championships start either Thursday or Friday. I need to look to see exactly when they start.
Hell yeah.
They'll have the championship matches on there, I think, Saturday night. Which you can find about all of it on TV now. ESPN usually covers it. Because most of these games will be on TBS networks.
Right.
Like, usually TBS, TNT, True TV, and CBS.
I'm ready to watch some wrestling too, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready for some
Hopefully
wrestling.
A couple Indiana boys bring home a couple national titles.
I hope so, man. Nick Lee's I'm telling you, Nick Lee's beating this fucking airman. He's beating him.
He has to get to him first.
Got to get to him.
That's a tough weight class.
Tough weight class. Chad Red, 2 Indiana kids in there. Chad Red and Nick Lee.
Yeah, 2 Indiana kids basically in the top 4.
Top 4. I'm ready to see it. Hopefully, I want to see Chad Red and Nick Lee wrestle again, because when we watched them in high school, that was like the most epic match I ever seen in my life, dude. People were going. It was like, it was the most epic thing I ever seen, dude. And as far as wrestling goes, like in person, probably the most epic thing I've ever seen in person. Period. That was insane. The lights off, you know what I mean, in Katsika or Banker's Life, like that was just crazy, dude. Now look at them. They're both top 4 in the weight class. About to wrestle in the NCAA tournament. That was awesome.
Well, guess what?
What's that?
No gunshots today.
Yeah. Hey, thank God.
At least not yet. It's still early, so
yeah. It's only 10 o'clock, so anything could pop off at any time.
I think last time it was around close to 1.
Close to 1.
Because we was watching that Pacer game and it didn't start till 11.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude. 13 shots fired, dude, right 100 feet away from us. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was crazy. I haven't even looked to see if there was anything about it anywhere.
Dude, I haven't seen anything about it. I haven't looked at the paper today, though. It's probably in the paper today.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked.
It wasn't yesterday, though.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be yesterday because it happened so late.
Yeah.
But, fuck, you never know.
Timberwolves are beating the Blazers by 12 in the fourth quarter. I called it. And the Clippers are down 10 to the Pelicans in the second quarter. Did I not call it? I said both them poop-ass teams are going to get beat by some pudwhackers.
Yeah, you did say that. And who do you have in those games?
I got the Trailblazers and the Clippers. But I knew I should have took. But it's like, how can I bet? I can't bet on the fucking Timberwolves, and I can't bet on the Pelicans. Like, I just can't. Like, they're terrible. But every team in the NBA has their nights.
All right, we're going to get out of the sports room for tonight. Keep track on our pages and stuff. There'll be a lot of information on the March Madness coming out this week. We'll be covering all that. If you like what you hear, you can find us. Our podcast link is on Spotify, Anchor, Podcast, Breaker Audio, Google, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public. You can also find us on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Find us on Twitter at Gonzo Sports Room. On Facebook at Gonzo Sports Room. So there's a lot of ways to find us. If you want to contact us, just either contact us through the Twitter. You can leave us a direct message or something. If you have any ideas for the show or just want to talk about something, let us know. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.